Welcome back to my channel. Thank you for supporting. Please subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy it. While you're here, check out my shorts. Follow me on Instagram and Facebook. Love you guys. Let's jump right into this tutorial. I'm using a method today called underpainting. I'm going to take this foundation stick from MAC. This is 2 shades darker than my complexion, and this is what I'll be using to contour. I have primed my face with the Glowish Primer by Huda Beauty, and this white you see is Milk of Mag. It's for oily skin people. It will keep you matte all day long. You just need a thin layer where you get the oiliest on your face. Notice I put the contour under the jawline and not on it to get rid of that double chin appearance. And so we're just contouring the nose, and then I'm going to bring it up into the front of my eyelid because I'm doing kind of a chocolate latte look. Next, we're going to go in with concealer. This is e.l.f. Camo Concealer, and I'm going to place this on the under eye. Everywhere you would normally use concealer on your face, it's to lift. So notice I'm dragging the concealer up to lift the face. Just a little goes a long way with this. You're going to let it sit a little bit so it spreads more easily and gives you more coverage. Now I'm taking a contour brush. It's angled and it's kind of thin a little bit. It's not like a wide face brush, and I'm mostly patting, but I'm buffing in all of the contour. It's more patting than swiping, but every now and again I'll do like a slight light swipe, but it's mostly patting. And see how beautifully this is blending out. So what the underpainting does is give your makeup more of a natural look, a nice smooth finish, and it's not a lot of caked up product on your face. I'm definitely going back to this method for my makeup application because I was very pleased with how this turned out. Obviously, to blend out the nose, you want to go in with the smaller brush. This is Real Techniques. This is normally a concealer blending brush, but it's small enough to work to blend out the contour on my nose and eye area as well. So that is just really looking really good. I'm very pleased with the results. This doesn't need to be blended out perfectly, because we're going to go in with a beauty blender for 1, and for 2, we'll be putting foundation on over this. So to blend out the concealer, I'm going to use a beauty blender. You can see I'm just going around the edges of the contour as well. You don't want to go into the product, kind of just want to blend out the edges. You don't want to lift up any of the product you've placed. So now let's go ahead and start blending out the concealer. You want to do the under eye last, because you want that to really be set in. That's like kind of the highlight of the face. So I'm trying to keep it simple and blend the edges. You don't want to just blend too much in the middle of your product because you will lift it off of the face. When blending out your under eye contour, try not to drag it down too much. You really want to keep it in that area. You don't want it to go into your contour or below your contour, definitely not. So try to keep it in the area it's in. Do not pull it down too much. Definitely don't go over your contour line. And there is a such thing as overblending, so be careful with that as well. Now we're going to go in with our foundation. This is NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop. You want to go in with a medium coverage foundation so that you can see the underpainting you did. You want to be able to see the contour and the concealer underneath the foundation. So you don't want a full coverage foundation. This will also keep the look being natural and not too cakey and just mask looking. So I'm using a beauty blender. I've put the foundation on my hand first to warm it up and give it a nice even coating on the beauty blender. And you can see how natural this looks, how soft, it's not heavy, and you can still see my contour and concealer coming through underneath the foundation. You only need a thin layer. You don't need to do 2-3 layers of this. Just one nice evenly coated thin layer on top of your contour and concealer. And you can see there on that jawline, you can still see my contour coming through, and the concealer is still coming through as well underneath this light coat of foundation. And I am just dabbing this on here, making sure it's even on the beauty blender before applying to my face. Okay, now let's start setting everything in. This is my Laura Mercier translucent setting powder. I'm going to use a triangle puff, tap it into the product, tap the product on your hand to remove the excess, like so. And then let's start lightly patting under the eye to set in the concealer, the slight layer of foundation on top, and just brighten up this area of the face. Now what I'm doing here doesn't eliminate the creasing from that area completely, but it definitely minimizes the creasing in your smile lines. If you go ahead and smile and then gently dab some setting powder in those lines where you will normally get the creasing. Now we're going to continue warming up the face and setting the face. We're going to use this Juvia's Place bronzer in tan. I'm using the darkest shade only. I'm going on top where I put the MAC contour and just highlighting that area some more, bronzing it, sculpting it gently. I don't have a lot of product on there. Of course, you want to tap the brush first before you start applying. But even before I started applying the powder, you can still see that contour coming through slightly, even underneath the foundation. And everything looks so light and natural, and it really is. It's really not heavy at all, the way we're doing this. So we're going to go back in with that Real Techniques brush, use the same Juvia's Place bronzer duo in the color tan, and go ahead and go over that nose contour as well. Once again, we're going to take that same beauty blender and just blend around the edges of the powder we just applied. Do not go into the middle. Just keep it around the edges and blend out those harsh lines. Let's take our blush. This is from KKAO Beauty. Don't be afraid of colors. This red in the middle I'm about to dip into, it looks threatening. It looks super bright. But as you can see, once I mix them, tap off the excess, it's a beautiful, like warm reddish color that's working with the overall look. So don't be afraid to try out those colors that look scary, because once you put them on your skin, mix them with another color, they're beautiful. And you can see I'm bringing this up into the corner of my eye, and it's just going to give a nice overall blend to my blush and the overall makeup look. I love doing that with my blush, no matter what eyeshadow look I'm doing. Once again, blend around the edges, because once you set it with the spray, it's set. So you don't want any harsh lines. I blend over everything I apply. I'm going in with the Charlotte Tilbury. See how the makeup looks kind of dry and cakey? This is going to meld everything into the skin and give a nice smooth finish to all the products I have applied thus far, and keeps that powder from looking so cakey and funeral-y. This is the same concealer I used earlier, the e.l.f. Camo Concealer. Now I'm using it as an eyeshadow primer. Just a small dot I've placed. I'm not carving my brows, but I am going to place this all over the lid and bring it up for my eyeshadow base. I am going back in with the Juvia's Place Bronzer Duo in Tan, the same shade I used to contour. I'm popping this on my lid. This is going to give you a nice, smooth, cohesive makeup look using the same products multiple different ways. So this is my eyeshadow base. Build up the intensity to make it as dark or as light as you like it. Kind of doing a latte look without even trying for this overall brown look I have going on. This is a Morphe palette. I'm just going to pop this deeper chocolate on the outer edge to give my eyeshadow some definition. And you will see me drag it out to kind of form a wing because I will not be wearing eyeliner with this look. So this deep chocolate shadow is kind of going to be my double as my eyeliner, and I'm going to drag it out and kind of lift the face and kind of give the illusion of a wing. So I'm taking what was left from previously applying that tan color on my eyelid and just blending out the edges of the deep chocolate I put on. Just going around the edges, not into the middle. Take that same Morphe palette. This is a shimmer color, but it's like a nice little latte brown. It's got a little shimmer to it. And I'm just going to pop this on the inner corner with my finger. And it is so pretty. It's making this latte coffee look really come together. Just use your finger, pop that on the inner corner. Again, you can build up the intensity on this as soft or as heavy as you like it. Now to make this look pop, we're going to go in with some mascara. This is Idole by Lancome. I got this for free with my Sephora points. I always do the inside and outside of my lashes. Very important to give your lashes a more intense look without even using lashes, which I will be wearing lashes today. I'll be wearing half lashes, but you want to make sure your eyelids, your eyelashes are completely coated with mascara before going on with your lashes. These are half lashes from Amazon. They're my new favorite. I'm almost out. I just absolutely love half lashes. So that's a Sephora eyebrow pencil, but first I'm going to go in with this NYX glue on my brows. This is in the color Deep Brown. You want to comb your brows the opposite way lightly, which is what I'm doing here. Then brush them in an upward direction with the lash glue just to get them all going in the same way, get them set before going in with the pencil. Now that we set our brows in place and we have the pretty much idea shape we're going for, we're just going to really fill in the holes with the pencil. I'm underlining for some shape to the brow on that bottom line. But then for the top, I'm just going to fill in the gaps with the pencil. This is going to keep the brow looking natural and give our face some shape and definition at the same time. Super easy, uncomplicated. Now you want to go in with the spoolie and brush the brows upward. This is going to shape and also get rid of any excess product from the glue and the pencil and leave you with a nice natural brow, chef's kiss. Now I'm going to pop on those half lashes. I let the glue get tacky for about 30 seconds. Just one extra little blow off, look down into a mirror and pop them on top. Super simple. If you let the glue get tacky first, you won't have to fuss and fight with the lash. It'll pop right on and stay. Ta-da! So the liner and the gloss I'm using today is in a set from Shein. I don't think this cost more than $5, and it was like 6 colors that came in it. This is one of the brown kind of cherry cola liners that was in there. So I'm using this to line my lips. You want to drag upward instead of going down. Make sure you get all the way around when you're lining. Blend that in and then go with your finger. Blend that in as well. Make sure the color is evenly spread, nice and flat. Now I'm going to go in with this beautiful nude color. This is like a light pinkish orange. This is kind of matching that color I popped on the inside of my eyeshadow lid, that shimmer. So I'm going in with this. This is a matte, so I am going to put a gloss on top of it, but that is so pretty. Really bringing this look together. It also matches my headband a little bit. This is the NYX Butter Gloss I got in my Amazon haul. This came as a trio. I'm going to list all the products I'm using below with the colors in the description box. So if you want to know more specifics on the colors I'm using, the products, the shades I'm using, they will be listed in the description. Now we're going to highlight with the same Morphe palette. I'm using the same palette, taking that light shimmer shade and going to highlight the nose, the inner corner of my eyes, the upper cheeks, and my brow bone with this same color. Same eyeshadow brush from before, no added product, just blending that in. Gonna blend the nose and the cheeks with my finger. This look is done. I'm going in with my favorite Morphe setting spray to lock everything in place. Trying to get my hands on that one size on till dawn. But until then, this is it. This is my fave. Using my handy dandy fan from Amazon to dry. Don't go in with a brush. Don't go in with a beauty blender. Use whatever you have as a fan to dry this completely for it to work. Final look. So natural, so pretty, so soft. Latte makeup. Thank you guys for watching. I'm going to show y'all the final look. Bye.